Oh my gosh. Proper Westies angling fishing conditions today, folks. Well, I was just going to say, folks, me and Papa West are just enjoying a little bit of a gap in the weather, but the wind started back up. Now, I have got a wind reducer on the mic. However, I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make because it is blowing an absolute gale today. And it's chucking it down intermittently as well. You're joining us down here today for some method feeder fishing at Wrightington Fisheries. Why Wrightington Fisheries? Well, this is going to be my 20,000 subscriber special, and what better place to do my 20,000 subscriber special than the original fishery that I filmed my first ever YouTube video on. So that's why we're down here. Like I said, we're both fishing on the double method feeders, and there's a couple of purposes for today's session. The first one is obviously celebrating me getting 20,000 subscribers, which is absolutely unbelievable. I'm just so thankful to everybody that subscribes to the channel, that regularly watches the videos, that engages with the videos, that likes them, that comments on them. I'm so thankful and I'm so humbled by everybody that does that. And the other reason is to test out my new rods. Let me show you. Now, I need to recast this one anyway, so I'm going to bring it in. But I've had a couple of custom rods made. So these are a 6 foot, 1 1/4 test curve, and I'm calling them a lightning bolt. Now, these are for my own brand, Olympian Tackle, and these aren't in circulation yet. I need to do some good testing with them. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. Hopefully get a few fish on the bank. Look, everyone's fishing very, very difficultly at the moment. We've had a big temperature drop. The weather's absolutely miserable, but I've already managed to get one fish on the bank. So we've saved the blank and we've christened one of the lightning bolts for today's session. Papa West is on for his second blank in a row. He blanked the last session that we went out. People were asking in the comments, did he manage to get anything? He didn't. He blanked that day. But like I said, everywhere's fishing tough. It is what it is. I'm going to do my best to film a decent video today. Those of you that have been following Westies Angling for a while will know that when I do these celebratory videos, I like to give back to the community that obviously follows me and supports me. So I'll be doing a few big giveaways in today's video. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video to give yourself the best chance of winning something. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Like I said, I'm already set up. Me and Papa West have both got rods out. I mixed pellets up as soon as I got here this morning. Papa West is trying out my yellow sweet corn dye liquid on his pellets. And I'm trying out another new liquid, which is my method topping pineapple and embutric. So that's what I'm using today. Gonna cycle through a few different types of wafters. I'm hoping that this wind is gonna push the carp down here towards my swim, but we'll see. I might also try and get some underwater footage today again as well, because I've not tried to get any underwater footage here at Wrightington, and I think it'll be interesting. So if it brightens up a bit, I'll throw out the underwater camera in the margins. I might actually try fishing in the margins today as well, so we'll see. But yeah, just a nice chill session on the bank, celebrating 20,000 subscribers. Right, let's get into the video. It feels so weird playing it on a 6-foot rod. It's nice and soft though. That had been in about 30 seconds with that pineapple and embutric topping on. It's carp as well, I think. Yeah. Nice one. That was literally straight away. There we go. There we go, christened it. The lightning bolt.
First cast.
First cast within about 30 seconds, literally. Just stick that in there. That was, it actually felt really nice on that rod, to be honest. It was nice and soft, which is what I want. Absorbed all of those head shakes, did everything well. Yeah, it was. Definitely put a bend in the lightning bolt. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's walking up now, Pops. What do you think about that then, Dad? First cast on the lightning bolt, and that was actually really nice. It was really nice playing that fish. A little bit weird at first with it being a 6-foot rod, but it handled it really well, and it's a nice carp as well. Literally just what that rod is designed for. Commercial carp, all-round rod from Roach. It's a beautiful commons like this. It's probably 4 or 5 pound, yeah. Oh, it's coming a bit too easy, but it's like a block of ice. That temperature's really started to drop off recently. But there we go. First fish on the lightning bolts. Christened it. Christened one of them anyway. He's christened the other now. Well, the wind's blowing right into us, which will have definitely helped bring those carp in, I'm sure. But there's a little bit of a deeper hole there. And yeah, straight away. Get in the lightning bolt. Love it. And it definitely felt like it had a little bit more power to give as well. I reckon it had handled a bigger fish nicely. Right, straight off the bat, let's do a giveaway. So, the first giveaway will be a bottle of my new method topping, pineapple and embutric acid, and 2 pots of wafters. Now, I'm going to let you choose which pots of wafters that you want to try off my website. So when I select the winner, and I'll be picking people from the comments, and I will make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well. So no cheating, but I'll let you pick which pots of wafters that you want. So a bottle of the new method topping and 2 pots of wafters of your choice. So that's the first giveaway, and that's also going to be the smallest of today's giveaways as well. So don't be switching off thinking, oh my god, he's not even giving anything expensive away. Don't worry, there's more coming. So to begin with your chance of winning that, I want you to tell me, how's this autumn fishing for you? Now, autumn can be a very touch and go time for fishing. I've had absolutely amazing autumns where the fish are still in the margins and they're really feeding up for winter. Now, there are theories out there that fish don't really do that anymore because there's consistent feeding going in year round. They don't have to feed up for winter, but I think there's still a bit of that activity towards the back end of summer. I think they are feeding up, putting weight on. I think it's instinctual, but it seems like the fish have moved out of the margins early this year. Whether that's because we've had a bit of a cold snap, I don't know. I will try the margins at some point today. In fact, I'm going to put some pellets down the margin where I'm going to put out the underwater camera. Right, so that's some pellets down that left-hand margin, and we'll stick a method feeder down there a little bit later on as well. Now, straight out from me here at Wrightington, there's a little bit of a deep bowl, and when the temperature starts to drop off, the carp move into that. It's probably only maybe a foot deeper in that particular section, but they really do congregate in that spot. So I've got a method feeder there, and ironically, that's where I got the carp from this morning, which tells me that they might have moved out into that spot already, and it's usually December before that happens, but there we go, it is what it is. So yeah, I want you to tell me in the comments, have you found it tough this autumn fishing, because I certainly have. I've found it tough all year, to be quite honest with you, and I think, like I said, that's a lot to do with the drought. And not only that, but I've got a theory that because fishing's getting more and more popular, there's more and more bait going in the water, and I think all that bait going in has adversely affected the fishing. I think it's just been too much for the fisheries to handle. Oh, single bleep on the right-hand rod. So there we go, that's my theory. I think, you know, these commercial fisheries have just been absolutely hammered this year. Now, I'm probably partly to blame for that, because obviously people are finding these fisheries because of my videos, and as soon as I do a video, that fishery is then rammed for weeks after, people tell me. But I do try and mix it up and fish loads of different fisheries so that it spreads out that pressure as much as possible. This bleeding wind. Look at this. Why are you wearing it? Why are you wearing that hat like it's a sock? Look at him, he's got his new WestysAngling winter beanie on. They're quite good, aren't they? I like it. Yeah. Spot on. Nice and warm. Oh. What do you think about being famous now, Dad, at 20,000 subscribers?
I don't think I'm famous.
I think no. I tell you what, people are more interested in watching you than they are watching me.
I don't know why.
Yeah, because you can't catch a fish, can you?
Not at the moment, no. Heck.
I'm sure you'll save the blank today.
What? Well, I don't think I've ever blanked.
I need to, we need to try down the margins, I think.
Well, I've just put that left-hand rod down that.
Well, I'll let you test that out first, and then...
Down the side, not tight in.
No.
Maybe just off the shelf, you know.
Come down that left side.
So hopefully I get something down there.
But I'm glad that I managed to christen the lightning bolt, one of them.
Yeah. And
straight away.
Yeah.
Must have, like you say, must have landed it on its nose.
Yeah, it hasn't been in a minute, that. The action looked okay on the rod.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah, they're
like
a nice
said,
soft action.
You seem to think it casts okay in that, so...
Well, you're never really casting any distance, are you, on?
No,
I'm sure it could whack a feeder out, though. My reason for wanting to make these rods, folks, is a lot of the rods that are available, a lot of the specimen rods, are a very, very heavy test curve for the kind of fish that you're targeting on these commercial fisheries. And I wanted something that was strong enough to handle the bigger carp, but also a nice playing action for the smaller fish, for the roach, for the bream, for the tench, so that you didn't get hook pulls. And also there's a couple of fellas turning up there, so I'll have to keep the noise down. So yeah, they're a little bit softer, a little bit more like a conventional feeder rod, but for use on bite alarms, because that's mostly how we fish these commercial fisheries, isn't it?
It tends to be.
2 rods on bite alarms, and like I said, a nice soft playing action for all round course fishing. So that's my idea. So I've had 2 made, and I'm just giving them a good test out. I'm not going to have loads of them produced until I'm sure that they're right, folks. I like to test things thoroughly before I have them made, and I sell them. I don't want to sell rubbish. But, oh wow. Right, I'm going to go and take refuge. This wind, folks, today is going to make it impossible to film. There's plenty of carp moving about, folks. Splashing about, especially down the top end over there. Maybe we were in the wrong swim today, but we're creatures of habit, folks. We should really try different pegs, but we've always done well here. Well, we have in recent years anyway. It's been ages since we've been to Wrightington. I'm not really sure why we haven't been in a while, to be honest. I've just been doing loads of other types of fishing on the channel, and I wanted to take this opportunity to explain something to you folks. It might seem like I haven't really been catching a lot of fish this year, or I haven't had any really good sessions, and that's due to the fact of me doing loads of different types of fishing. You see, the channels out there that stick to one type of fishing, it'll look like that they do a lot better than what I probably do, being an all-round angler. And that's because when you're fishing, you need to put time into things to be successful at it. Fishing's all about patience and time, folks. and trying new areas, new spots, new places. So when your time's spread between all different types of fishing, it makes it very difficult to do well. You can't do well every time you go out. So I just do the best with the time that I've got. This is probably going to be my last course fishing session on commercial fisheries for a little while, because I'm going to focus on the lure fishing and the sea fishing. I'm going to put some time into it this year because I need to get a few sea fish on the bank, and also, where's my liquid? And also I need to get a PB perch and a PB pike on the bank as well. I need to increase them because my PB perch and PB pike are not very impressive for a full-time fisherman. So I need to put some time into it and better those PBs. Right, that's those rods cast back out. But I am enjoying the process, folks, and I'm definitely enjoying learning about sea angling and beach casting. It's a lot like feeder fishing. Obviously, you know, if you're following the channel, how much I love feeder fishing, but beach casting is a lot like feeder fishing. I love watching that tip go, and yeah, I'm hoping that we get some nice sea fish on the bank over the coming months. But you've got to find the right conditions. You know, it can't be too windy at the coast, otherwise it just makes it absolutely impossible. Not necessarily for the fishing, but for the filming. Like, any inland wind, if you go to the coast, you're timesing it by 3. Like, it's rough because there's absolutely no shelter on the beach. It just blows through. Obviously, I need to find some sheltered coves and stuff like that that I can fish when the conditions are bad and I want to go sea fishing. But I need to spend some time on rivers, I need to spend some time on canals going for those bigger perch and bigger pike, and that really does take time. I've got my camera a bit of a waterproof jacket. It's doing okay. Obviously it's better than nothing, but it's not completely watertight because I needed to put the wind mic on the top. It is what it is. This is going to be a wet cattail by the end of the day. It's already soaking. Right, let's get the underwater camera out. Let's throw it down here in the margins. Let's see what it's like on the bottom here at Wrightington. Obviously, I've got the owner's permission to do this, so we're all good. Let's get the canfish out. So this is literally as simple as it is. And I'm going to try the fish alert feature today. So it should bleep and give us a warning when there's a fish in the swim. And I'm thinking that it's going to be mostly carp down here in the margin at Wrightington. So this is literally just plug and play, folks. So I'm going to open the app, connect with the cable, and there we go. That's the camera on. We'll set it recording. it brings the silvers in straight away when you put the pellets in. That's why consistent feeding is so important when you're fishing for silvers. You're really attracted to them pellets. Well, it's a tough old day today, folks. I expected it to be honest. I mean, I have been messing about with the camera and stuff like that, so I'm not exactly giving it my full attention. Well, there might be something messing about with the Wrightington rod. Hopefully that turns into something. But at least I've saved the blank. I mean, Papa West hasn't, but he's on for 2 blanks in a row. He'll be packing it up and taking up golf, I think. You're stuffing your face again, Pops. What you eating? What you want there? Shortbread. Living the dream. Look at him with his coffee and his shortbread. What more can a man ask for?
That's what bites I seem to be getting to.
Well, you're missing the others.
Oh, no.
So, let's do the second giveaway in today's video. What can I do for a second giveaway, Dad? You'd have thought I'd have thought all this through. Yeah. You'd have thought I'd have had this all planned out for today, but I don't really work like that, folks. Pretty spontaneous with that kind of thing. So, the second giveaway in today's video, what better now that we're coming into the colder months than a lovely WestysAngling winter beanie.
Very warm.
These are my brand new custom winter beanies. Obviously you've got the grey for the catfish and the orange for the koi. So where does the logo come from, Dad? In fact, that can be part of this giveaway. I want you to tell me in the comment section where you think the WestysAngling logo comes from. I want you to tell me what it symbolises, what's the meaning to it, because there is one. So where did this logo come from? Tell me in the comments. The first person to guess the correct answer will win a WestysAngling beanie, but not only that, they will win a hook length box and a bottle of my new Fusion Liquid pellet dye and flavouring. So 3 things for the second winner, but make sure you stick around until the end of this video and I'll tell you how you can win the biggest giveaway in this 20,000 subscriber special. Well, I'm glad I'm doing some giveaways, Dad, because we're definitely not catching any fish, are we?
No, we're not.
Let's recast that Wrightington rod. Right, let's flick this out on my little 6-foot rods. Little overarm cast into that little deeper spot. The thing I have noticed is as soon as any silt's stirred up, fish come in to investigate, especially silvers. Well, it's not been a very good test of these rods today, has it? But I'm really happy with how it performed when I was playing that smaller carp. I love the finish on them. Absolutely perfect, so professional. Obviously, they're made from 3K carbon and the top sections are 1K carbon. Finally. It's like a carp anyway, Dad. This is literally, he's kicked all his pellets over, very smooth. He's been waiting for this fish all day. Oh, he's not even got his net ready. a gale, folks, and it is freezing. There we go, on a sweet corn wafter. Hey! Careful you don't kick your pellets over anymore, Dad, hold on. That is a nice common. That's a nice fish, that. It's pristine. It's in good condition. Happy days. Save the blank. Well done, Dad. Right, well, while I've got a little bit of a break between gusts of wind, let's talk about the third and final giveaway in today's video and how you can have a chance of winning it. So I'll be giving away one of my tackle and bait mates, and I'm going to absolutely load it with goodies. I'm going to load it with at least £100 worth of goodies, and all you need to do to be in with a chance of winning is make sure you've commented on the video. And I'm interested, has anybody watched all of my videos from the start? If you think you have, and be honest, I want you to tell me in the comments if you think you've watched them all. And if so, which is your favourite to date? I'm just interested, which did you like the most? But yeah, a load, a tackle and bait mate full of goodies. All you need to do to be in with a chance of winning, like I said, comment on the video, be subscribed to the channel. So there we go, third and final giveaway. Look folks, I'm going to wrap the video up here because the weather is absolutely terrible. I've done my best for today. Today's been a bit of a battle with the elements and it's just made filming really difficult. But I just want to say thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Westies Angling. We'll be out on the bank lure fishing or trying our best to get some sea fish on the bank. I'll see you next time, folks.